coming on there.
I was just finishing a phone call.
Yeah.
What?
Worked.
Wow, this is working.
We did it.
We did it. This is so exciting. Check out my t-shirt. This is from 2017 in New York.
That's a really good t-shirt, Priyanka.
I know,
impressed.
I love this t-shirt. I cut off the neck and stuff, but it's so much fun.
Well,
How
it's
are
great
you
to see
guys?
you. Anthony, take it
Very
away.
well.
How are you?
Very well. It's good to have you both on. I know we tried this 3 times last week, so this is 4th time. I think is not really the correct saying, but we'll go ahead and say 4th time is the charm here.
Well, I think we realized that the technology from Ghana wasn't as strong as we hoped it would be. So now we're back in New York City and Priyanka's dialing in from Los Angeles. So I'm glad that we could all finally get together. Priyanka, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Good, really good.
You're in
Thank
New York
you.
City this time?
We are in New York City, and I wanted to just thank you so much for being part of the launch of this year's Global Citizen Festival, as
Wait,
well
we have
as
to tell
being...
everyone about it first. We don't give it away. Don't give it back. We have very exciting news. First of all, okay, it's 10 years for Global Citizen. So congratulations to both of you. That is very, very exciting. I've been associated with Global Citizen now for about 7 years, but you know, it's just such a wonderful, unique creation, because it gives every single person who's an activist, normal citizens like me, the ability to actually take action, you know, and move the needle and move decision makers and lawmakers. So it's just, there's so much excitement and so many things to talk about. But let's talk about the greatest Global Citizen Call to Action campaign that just dropped a little bit. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So this year is our 10th anniversary, as you just mentioned. And because it's our 10th anniversary, we're focused on the urgent action the world needs to take now to eradicate extreme poverty, to tackle the climate change crisis, to also empower women and girls and address the structural issues that keep people in poverty. And that's why we're focused so hard this year on driving for our 10th anniversary, this global campaign, End Extreme Poverty Now, that everyone can be part of, wherever you are in the world, whether you're in Mumbai today or whether you're here in New York City. No matter where you are on the planet, you can be part of this call to action to eradicate extreme poverty within our lifetime. And that's why we're so thrilled, Priyanka, that you've agreed to be the host of this year's Global Citizen Festival. Thank you for signing on in such a big way. And
I
really
will try to be fun and entertaining. I promise I can be fun. But of course, I mean, anything for Global Citizen. I'm the biggest fan. You know that. Just for people who may not be as familiar with taking action, I know it. Anthony knows it. You know it, obviously. Explain a little bit more to us about what you mean by taking action. What can people do?
So this is the heart of what it means to be a global citizen. See, when we started the organization over 10 years ago now, we knew that sometimes alone we can feel like our actions don't really have a huge impact, right? If you write one letter to government or you sign a petition, you're like, does that really have an impact? But if we're a movement and we rally together as tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people, it can create enormous change. And that's why at Global Citizen, it starts with downloading the Global Citizen app. If you go to the App Store and you type in Global Citizen, you can learn more about the actions that you can take. And if all of us, as you can see, there's tens of thousands of people who are here today, and there's hundreds of thousands and millions of people that are part of the movement. If you take action together, you can have enormous, enormous impact. And we've seen that over the last 10 years, whether it's been on issues like polio eradication or water and sanitation, or the empowerment of girls and women through really practical things like access to menstrual hygiene products that we did when we campaigned in South Africa in 2018. All of these actions at Global Citizen earn you points, and you can use those points to come to the Global Citizen Festival for free. But the cool thing about it is that all of our actions together call on world leaders to make multi-billion-dollar commitments. And since the organization was founded, more than $41 billion has been deployed now to impact the lives of over 1 billion people on the planet, thanks to the actions of global citizens around the world. So I know, Priyanka, that you've been with us literally since day one, and you're also a UNICEF ambassador, which is extraordinary. I'd love it if you could share with everyone here today a bit more about your role as a UNICEF ambassador, your recent trip to Poland, and also why empowering women and girls is so critical to the mission of eradicating extreme poverty.
Well, think of a couple of things. You said so many things at once that I want to first commemorate the fact to the people who are joining us right now. So being a part of Global Citizen gives you individually the ability to actually move the needle and make the change that you want to see. Gandhi said that, by the way, and today's the 75th independence of India. So on that note, I'm gonna just say that, you know, going by what Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see. That is exactly what Global Citizen allows you to do. And then once you've made those changes and you've taken that action, a tangible step towards change, you get the amazing gift of being able to be at a show like this where incredible artists, and we'll tell you the lineup, you better hold your socks. The lineup for this year is amazing. I get the best seats in the house, which is side stage, so I get to like high five everyone before they get on the stage, which is pretty sick. But I just think that you get to be part of these concerts because you have taken action. So everybody around you will be people that care about the world and will be people that, you know, want to make a change. My
Quickly,
work
if I
with
might,
UNICEF and, sorry, what did you say, Anthony?
wait, to your point on all those
Oh,
actions that he was talking about earlier with the
Let's
10
keep
years.
going.
Yeah, exactly. My work with UNICEF and with Global Citizen or anyone I affiliate with when it comes to, you know, giving back, I feel like what is a public person? Like my platform gives me the ability to magnify voices that may not get attention. So I'm just a means to the end. I'm just a conduit, and I have the greatest privilege of my life is being able to work with UNICEF, to work with Global Citizen, and magnify what we need to amplify, you know. And Poland was extremely eye-opening to me. War does not discriminate. Since the invasion back in February, the amount of refugees that have crossed the border from Ukraine is the largest in size and scale that we've ever seen. And this is predominantly a female and child crisis because men are required to stay back in Ukraine. So 90% of the people that are crossing the borders are women and children traveling alone, trying to find a sense of safety, trying to find a sense of normalcy, which obviously when you're escaping war and armed conflict is crazy. And when you talk about the refugee crisis in the world right now, it's the largest that we've ever seen in the history of mankind because of so much displacement that's happening around the world. So ending poverty right now is so crucial because we could be creating a large generation of children in the future that cannot get out of the cyclical nature of that poverty creates. So it is so important to eradicate poverty, and that's exactly what Global Citizen is working right now. Extreme poverty is our goal. You know, women and children, and making sure they know their rights, and we create opportunities for them. Women are 50% of the world's population. So if we are not creating opportunity for women, who are 50% of the world's population, you're literally taking away man or woman power from us to be able to, you know, as countries or as the earth ourselves, be able to go forward and evolve. So I think it's extremely crucial to take care of the other component as women are seen more than we ever have. So I can go on about this for a really long time because I obviously feel very, very, you know, very, very strongly about this. But Hugh, tell us a little bit more. Why this sense of urgency right now? Obviously, you know, the war, the pandemic, coming out of 2 years of the pandemic. So give us a certain sense of the temperature of the world right now.
So the reason, Priyanka, to your point of why there is such a high degree of urgency right now is that COVID-19 pushed 100 million people back into extreme poverty in the last 2 years, which is just tragic. But then on top of that, the invasion of Ukraine and the war in Ukraine has also resulted in a subsequent food security crisis. So as you've seen constantly in the press, grain is not leaving the port of Odessa. We're seeing that grain is actually meant to be bound for Africa and the Middle East, and it's not ending up there. And so you've got farmers who are meant to be planting this season who will simply not be able to plant, creating an enormous food security issue. And so we've got to address this in two urgent ways. Firstly, we've got to make sure those farmers have access to fertilizers and grain to be able to do so, to be able to plant this season, which happens every September. And secondly, we need to address the long-term food security issue, because Africa used to be a breadbasket for the whole world, and it needs to return to be that breadbasket again. So what can people do? Well, we have to take urgent action now to prevent 200 million people being pushed into extreme poverty by November. And the way we can do that, I saw some people in the comments have been talking about this already. Download the Global Citizen app today. Go to the App Store, type in Global Citizen, download the Global Citizen app, and you can take action, whether it's on issues like the empowerment of girls and women, whether it's on the issue of eradicating the COVID-19 pandemic, or ultimately whether it's about addressing the urgent food security crisis, which is addressed and linked to the climate crisis. These are urgent actions that we can take right now. So I want to encourage all of you, download the Global Citizen app, go to the App Store and start taking action, because that's also how you can join us this September and be part of the Global Citizen Festival that Priyanka is hosting.
And if I'm just going to jump, if you guys, hopefully you can hear me. Priyanka, you said this so eloquently earlier because you saw the impact on the ground with your visit with UNICEF. And I think that goes to show the impact that actions can have, because as she was talking about, the funding that we're calling on governments to commit to goes to partners like UNICEF, so that they are helping women and young girls on the ground, those fleeing conflict areas, making sure that food is getting to those in the most dire places that are needed. And that's why I think we need to continue taking these actions. In just the last 10 years alone of Global Citizen, over 30 million actions have been taken, which I think speaks to the volume and the importance of all of that impact that's been seen on the ground so far.
And just to add a little bit to what Anthony is saying, like, okay, these are statistics, right? These are numbers. So like whoever's listening to this Instagram live, like boring, I know these numbers make us understand the gravity of the action, but I have seen on ground mother
at this point, but I think we'll just keep it going.
Anthony,
we do want to get to the big announcement.
Anthony, we have to fix your Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi here is great. I think it might be something with the IG Live. I'm not sure.
Well, listen, we're not the only ones this happens to, okay? Whoever's on this platform is extremely aware of the fact that, you know, this happens, and that's fine.
But
I just want to finish the
Priyanka,
thought.
yeah, because you were sharing a powerful story, and I think everyone needs to hear it.
Yeah, I want to finish that thought. I was really in it when it got disconnected. But so when Svetlana said that to me, that she left 4 o'clock in the morning and then she crossed the border and found this UNICEF Blue Dot Center that gave her the ability to leave her child there during daycare. They were providing education. They were providing counselors that started speaking to her son to try to get him to speak about his trauma a little bit while she went out there to try and find a job so she could send money back home and find a home for her son. And it was so moving to me that the funding that UNICEF gets from Global Citizen or from people like you, that's what helps Svetlana go and try to figure out, you know, what the next step of her life is when she's clutching on to her 4-year-old with just a bag on her back, coming into another country in the middle of the night. But here's someone receiving you and telling you, okay, these are the next steps. This is where you can go. This is a hot meal. Here's a bed. Here's a blanket. You have no idea how much of a difference that makes. So the funding is going to the right place. I just wanted to turn the statistic and put a face on it for you to realize that how much of a difference this makes.
Well said. Well said. And
But,
on that point,
yes,
I think what we should do is share the big news for today, which is that for everyone who's tuning in, we have some big news to share with you, which is that this year's Global Citizen Festival is going to be headlined by some pretty extraordinary people, and we want everyone around the world to be part of this. Priyanka is the host of this year's Global Citizen Festival, which is huge. Maybe we should do a drum roll, Anthony. I don't know what you think.
Let's do it, because we've got
do a drum roll.
2 of them to announce.
Okay. So we'll share the lineup, and if I miss anyone, feel free to jump in. But okay, so the Global Citizen Festival in Central Park on the Great Lawn in New York City is going to be hosted by Metallica, by Charlie Puth, by Mariah Carey, Rosalia, Maneskin, the Jonas Brothers. That's pretty.
I was
good,
like, you
Priyanka.
deliberately not saying
Who are there?
and Mickey Guyton. Now, you may or may not want to make a special comment about the Jonas Brothers, I thought.
No, it's the first time I'll probably be on stage with my husband. It'll be really exciting. But yes, I love the Jonas Brothers. I'm very excited to see them, but I'm so excited to see Mariah Carey and Rosalia. I am like fanning out. I am a full lamb. I love Mariah.
Priyanka, you've been to so many festivals with us. Is there one or two or a moment that really stands out to you that you were very excited about?
I think Central Park, the first time that I hosted, was just incredible to see that many people. It's an ocean of people, and to know that each and every one of them has taken action and are here because they care about the world. The energy in Central Park is palpable, because here's a huge, I have goosebumps right now, here's a huge group of people that are there for the same reason, and that's so powerful. I'll never forget the first time when I got on the stage and I felt that moment. And then, of course, Metallica passing by me, I was like,
and the cool
Paris
thing
was
about
amazing last year too. It was right in front of the Eiffel Tower. So many people, everyone who are change makers and activists in their own right. It was really epic.
I know, seeing that image of yourself with Elton John and with Ed Sheeran and Doja Cat in front of the Eiffel Tower. My goodness, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And this year, everyone, we have another big announcement, which is that we're going to have a sister city to New York, and it's going to be in Accra, Ghana, because this year marks the 65th anniversary of Ghanaian independence from Britain. It also marks the 20th anniversary of the African Union. So it's a huge moment for Pan-Africanism. And to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Global Citizen Festival, we're thrilled to announce that the headliners for Ghana in Black Star Square will be Usher, will be SZA, will be Her, Thames, Stormzy, Jackie, Stoneboy, and Sarkodie. They're all going to be headlining. This is going to be an extraordinary global opportunity for everyone to start taking action. So please tune in on September 24th and 25th. On 25th, you can watch it on ABC. And on the 24th, you can watch it live on YouTube and also on iHeartRadio if you're in the United States. But we just want to thank you, Priyanka, because you have been the most extraordinary global citizen ambassador for so many years now. You are an amazing human being. You give so generously of your time to so much. And the fact that you're hosting our 10th anniversary means the world to us.
Really
I'm so excited to be able to do that again, and especially 10 years. I'm going to bring in all my energy, all my hype. Everyone who's on this Instagram live, please make sure you spread the word, get people to download Global Citizen, make the difference that you talk about. We talk about so much that we want to do. Here's your ability to be able to do it. So let's walk the walk and not just talk the talk.
Absolutely. So
Brilliant.
For everyone wanting to take action, as Priyanka said, go to the App Store, download the Global Citizen app today, and join us on September 24th. Even if you can't be in New York or Ghana, join us around the world for the global broadcast. This is for absolutely everyone that calls themselves a global citizen.
Yeah, you can watch it. You can be part of it in whatever way you want. Just make sure you contribute and make sure, you make the difference that you talk about.
Absolutely right. Well, thank you, Priyanka, again for joining us. Hugh for joining us. We are going to sign off, but you heard them both. Make sure to download the app. Take action is your ticket into the festival by taking action. No money, just your voice.
So exciting. This is just a quick little live to give you guys an idea, but we'll see you in Central Park in New York or in Accra in Ghana or on your televisions, but we'll be everywhere. You're going to hear a lot from us. We intend to make a noise. So help us make that noise, help us take that action and create the change that we want to see in the world. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thanks everybody. Thanks Priyanka.
Thank
Thanks
you.
Hugh.
Thanks
We'll talk to you all
guys.
later.
Happy 75th
Have a lovely day.
Independence Day, India.
Happy 75th Independence Day, India. Bye.